As people used to say, you never know who a particular person truly is. You never really know the true character of a human being until they have money or until they have power. A lot of these politicians, some of them think that they are God because they have power, they have money, they can do and undo. A lot of them even think that they are next to God, because I don't understand. Because you're in the church, you expect to be given preferential treatment. You expected to be called to the front of any gathering that you are in. You expect that people should recognize your position, all because of what? You're a politician. Within how many years? After 4 years, you'll be replaced, or maximum after 8 years, you are going to be replaced, notwithstanding. Then you think, some people think, when they are in position, they think that it's as if the power will last forever, as if, nobody can be like them, nobody can get to that same position. But guess what? After 4 or 8 years, you are going to be replaced. You are going back to your house. That position will still remain. And another person, will come and occupy that same position. Wike Fumes slams Bishop for failing to recognize him as FCT minister in Port Harcourt. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. This is the only channel you can get real and authentic news from. Turn on the post notification bell as well, so that you'll be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section. I respond to all of my comments. Don't forget to also like this video as well. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Wiki, has expressed its displeasure with the Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Niger Delta, Reverend Emmanuel Okojaja, for failing to acknowledge his presence as FCT minister during a church service in Port Harcourt. The incident occurred at the rededication service of the 2023-2024 legal year of the Rivers State Judiciary. At the event with Wiki was the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, with the meeting servicing as their first encounter since their fallout became public. Wiki, who was angry, has not been recognized, warned that anyone who is not a politician should be careful not to be treated like one, emphasizing that those who drag themselves into politics will be robbed in the mud of politics. I saw the preaching. I was watching the preaching of Bishop Okojaja yesterday. I watched the prayers you prayed, Wiki said. As a minister of the FCT, I came to the church, not even the courtesy of recognizing that the minister of FCT came in, and I laughed. He further stated that when he was governor of Rivers State, the Anglicans were praising him. When I was governor here, you were all praising me here and there, saying I did this, I did that. Fake, Wiki exclaimed. What do you expect? You expect people to say it to your face and say that you are not doing well? Of course they would salute you. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's just for 4 years, maximum 8 years. Before you know it, all those people hailing you and running after you, they will go back and leave you. They will leave you. I think this was the event that he went to. That was the first time him and Fubara were meeting after, the whole impeachment saga and all. And I remember that probably Siminalayi Fubara realized that this bishop is not calling Wiki to recognize him. Let me just put everything to a halt and recognize him myself, because I do not want any wahala. I remember posting that news on this channel where Fubara had to halt, the choirs and halt everyone. And then he recognized Wiki by himself, saying that, he even made a joke saying that it doesn't want any impeachment wahala, that is my oga will always remain my oga and all of that. Wiki reiterated that he is a politician and not a clergy, and that they each have their own roles to play. I tell people I am a politician and not a clergy. We have our own roles, he said. As a clergy, you have your own role. I have never asked anybody, how do you preach? I have never told anybody this is what to preach. Wike warned the clergy to be careful not to drag themselves into politics, as they would be subjected to the same treatment as politicians. If you are not a politician and don't want what happens to politicians to happen to you, be careful, because once you drag yourself into politics, the mud will also be rubbed on you, Wike said. I am a man of character. I wouldn't have become the minister of FCT, a non-member of APC, to be the minister. You know that I am a man of character. Mr. President knows, and that's why he made me the FCT minister, Wike said. The fiery politician revealed that he was deeply offended by the bishop's behavior and called on him to apologize. The bishop has a duty to respect all members of his congregation, regardless of their political affiliation, Wiki said. Meanwhile, the bishop delivered a sermon titled Fear Not, where he encouraged judicial officers to fearlessly uphold the truth in their duties to become the spirit of fear. This is also indirectly talking to Wiki. You want everybody to fear you. You want people to be saluting you. Says be careful, be careful, be careful of what you do while in office. Let me also remind you before we go on with the news that if you haven't subscribed to this channel, this is the best time for you to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell as well. Leave your opinions in the comment section below. I respond to all of my comments. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions online. Precious Okoko says, Momo, so the bishop should stop the sermon halfway just to recognize an empty, selfish, and satanic motto. And the Momo was still bragging that he needs to be apologized to. Thunder, fire you dear. Okore says, indeed a man of character with rigging ploys, unsteady political standing. Does politics mean shamelessness, abating corruption, supporting forgery or evil or other evils? You don't expect all those bogus recognitions if you are humble. Remember that the Almighty is not a respecter of persons, so his servants should also not be. Allow your utterances, actions, and behaviors to bring acknowledgement to you. Don't demand it. Adedoyi Yinko says, respect has no limit. The clergy, the bishop, has his role to play and to be honored, and as for the compliment, Mr. Minister of FCT, he has his role to play and need to be honored. This is accordance to what the Bible says. Therefore, we need to respect ourselves. If Bishop failed to recognize what the Bible says, definitely he has put aside what the Bible says. But for peace to reign and put satanic to shame, the two should know this and come together and clean off the problems. You all, let me have your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of this matter? Do you think that the bishop should have recognized him, or do you think that Wike is right for demanding for recognition or apology? Because Wike is demanding for an apology now that it wasn't recognized. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video.